Hi everyone! So just in case you missed it, I read a book to the whole class, Where the Wild Things Are. It's a story and pictures by Maurice Sendak, and I wanted to just make sure that everyone had a chance to see me read the book because we're going to do a little project on it in the next few days. All right, so I'm going to read it again just in case you didn't have a chance to see it on our Zoom conference. And here we go. All right, Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Does that usually happen to your room? Look at those trees in there. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. Do you think that's a wild thing? I think that might be a wild thing. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Have you ever felt lonely? When you want somebody around you that's not around you? Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars, "Rawr!" and gnashed their terrible teeth, "Grrr!" and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Then Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye, and sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. How did his supper, his dinner, get there? And it was still hot. We talked a little bit about whether this was a fiction story, something that was made up, or if it was a nonfiction story, if this was from real life. What do you think? All right. Have a great time. You're going to reading this story and listening to this story. Later this week, we're going to be drawing your own wild thing. You can draw a small wild thing. You can draw a big wild thing. One with horns, one with wings. You can decide what color. Is it going to have feathers? Is it going to have a tail? How many legs is it going to have? There's all sorts of things you can decide about your wild thing. I hope you have a great afternoon or evening when you're watching this, and we'll see you soon. All right, bye.